Hey there, and welcome back to Monster Train 2. So, the thing I want to talk about today, and what's really interesting to me and fun recently, is I don't read very often. And reading, as a result, is something that happens only when I'm very excited about a book. I guess, part of the challenge is that when you're young in the school system, they make you read so much, and it's good to learn to read. Like, I'm not going to argue about that or disagree or anything, but it really burns you out on reading if it's not like a passion. And even if it is a passion, it quickly like devolves into not a passion because you're just being forced to do it constantly. I always enjoyed reading, but because I did it so much for school, I found myself just not wanting to read ever again once I graduated. And that's sort of how it happens. I've only read, I think, three or like just a handful of books since graduating, which, let's be clear, is years ago at this point. So I don't read that often. Now, fortunately, there is an author. There's actually a few authors that do this to me, but there's at least one where I'm going to talk about today that I'm very excited to read their books. It is, Andy Weir, obviously, The Martian. That is like the kind of pinnacle work that this person has done. And it's a good book. I make it a point to read the books, and I've enjoyed them all because they have a very genuine sort of scientific take on sci-fi, which I really appreciate. And the climaxes of the books are focused on scientific moments where there's like realizations about how science interacts here, but also about just how a supposed sci-fi society can handle things. What happens there, right? You have to make some leaps in order for it to be sci-fi. Basically, what the books do, and this is avoiding spoilers for anyone who hasn't read his stuff, is it assumes a premise. Like something has happened, something has been discovered or understood that is well beyond what we have in real life right now. And this one little thing is taken for granted. This is just a known. Obviously, this has always been how it works in this world. And there's no reason to explain it, and you don't try to explain something that it's beyond explanation, right? But then everything else is sort of hypotheticalized around that, right? I don't actually know if that's a word, but I'm going to make it a word and you can't stop me. Basically, the idea is that, okay, if this thing is taken for granted, then what does that mean about the science of these other things? And these are all very plausible, explained things based on science we understand, and that's very fun. All of the books have very different styles to them. They focus on different stories. It's cool. I'm a big fan of them. There's three so far. I think there might actually be more, but I've only read the three. There's The Martian, there's Artemis, and then there's Project Hail Mary, which is the one I want to talk about. And the reason I want to talk about it is because it's just very exciting to me because there's a movie that's coming out for it. And it's actually already out, and I made a promise to myself that I would finish the book before I watched the movie, and I just finished the book yesterday, and I'm so excited about it. I'm really hyped to see what they do with the movie, because apparently it's pretty good. I don't actually look at reviews anymore. I'll be honest, I don't really go to the movies anymore, to be frank. But I'm excited about this one at least. So yeah, by the time this video has gone live, I will have seen the movie. And the movie may not actually be in theaters anymore by the time you see this, because there's a few week delay due to a backlog. So go me, I'm actually ahead on recording, but it does mean that you don't get the live update here. So I guess in the comments, if you've seen the movie or read the book, let me know what you think. Avoid spoilers in case obviously someone else hasn't read or seen it, but I'm interested in your thoughts on it. It's been fun. I really enjoyed reading the book. I'll be honest, and the only thing I'll say about it, it's different than I was expecting. It went in a direction that I was not anticipating for the material, but it ended up being very fascinating to me all the same. So, pretty cool. Good stuff. All right. So what are we doing today in Monster Train? That's what we're really all here for. All right. So my thoughts is I want to play a champion I haven't played before. And so there's a couple options for that. We haven't played Shardtail Queen, and we haven't played Primordium. Right? Of all of the ones I've unlocked, I think those are the only two I haven't played. Now, obviously, I haven't played Little Fate either, but I'm not level 5 yet. That'll come later, I think. So what I'm thinking of doing is I want to keep leveling up things that are not level 10 on this profile. That's a goal for me. And I also want to play clan combos I have not won with before. So we're kind of taking that tact for this series right now. So with that in mind, I'm leaning towards a Shardtail Queen run, and I kind of want to do it with Railforged. This seems interesting to me. And I guess if I get to pick, I'm going to pick Smelt versus Smith. Smith's not bad, but Smelt is just so good. And I think it's really fun just blowing up cards like this. A big fan of it overall. So I think I want to try this. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do here. I don't actually know. I don't think Shardtail Queen's that good right now. She's not bad. I think she's much better since the Lost Arsenal patch. That's what they called it, right? Yeah, I believe that's the one. The one where they changed a lot of the Monster Train 1 cards. She has a cool ability now that has a very fast cooldown, which gives her essentially pseudo-quick on her Imp Throw, which is fantastic. What else? Is there anything else of particular worth on her? I mean, there's Rally still exists. I think it's better in this game than it was in the first game, though I don't think it's the best. It's kind of reliant on hitting a multi-strike equipment on top of a really strong, like, Rally engine. So I think in the best case, you're looking at like an Under Legion combo package here with Fun Guy, and then you get, what, a Void Armament out of a Arm Shop or something like that. Seems like that would be the best case here. It's a little hard to assemble, I'll say. I don't actually think it's very good. I think you can also potentially do it with Trample, but that's tricky and requires even more scaling in order to actually clear floors. You've got to get big numbers, which is hard to pull off. Imp Parade is fine, right? The part of the issue I find is that the imps aren't very good if you're not also throwing them. I don't know. It's fine, but it's also not that incredible to me. I think it went down a bit in my estimation between the games, right? I think Imp Parade in the final moments of Monster Train 1, which is still around, to be clear, was just a competent way of winning, whereas here it's not quite as exciting. So you get the Imp Parade plus Rally roll, and you don't have a good secondary combo for it, it can be tough. But we'll see. I mean, we'll see what we get. I also don't have these fully unlocked on this profile, so there will be stuff that we're missing. I'm pretty sure we don't have Transcend Imp yet, right? Let me look at the logbook. Let me check. Okay. Imps. Ooh, magic powers. I can type the word imp in. Yeah, we don't have him unlocked. I was pretty sure that was the case. I think he is one of these late unlocks. This like Hellhorned 9 unlock here. Or Hellhorned 8, one of these two. I'm pretty sure. So not having a Transcend Imp unlocked makes Shardtail Queen scarier, right? That is a huge enabler for many of her strategies and probably one of the main enablers for Imp Parade. So we're walking into this at a deficit. But that's, you know what? Okay, we'll win this anyway. We'll make it happen. If I lose, dang, well, I mean, it'll happen, right? Yeah, I think that'll have to do. All right, fair enough. Well, as always, do like, comment, and subscribe. We'll get into it now. These things are more important than ever, and we'll play some Monster Train. Let's do it. Clicking the button. Random Pyre Heart looks good. C10, yes. Let's go. All right, hope you're all doing well today. I'm doing just fine. Nothing too crazy to report. Yeah, I mean, I am, to be clear, I am going to see a movie today. I'm going to be seeing Project Hail Mary. I'm very excited about that. I'm mentioning it this way in case someone skips ahead and doesn't watch my intro section. So that's going to be nice. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. We don't get a chance, we as in my SO and I, don't get a chance to really go out that often. Not to say that we don't have the opportunity to, we're just not really interested in it at large. Kind of prefer to hang out and chill. But today we're doing it. Very cool. Which also means I can't take a million hours on this run, so let's get into it. Today we are Exile Hellhorned, Exile Railforged. We have levels 7 and 8 on them right now. We do not have a Transcend Imp, and I am playing Shardtail Queen, terrifying. We're facing Savagery Seraph, always scary. We have Spiked Mass Fleshweaver and Vampiric Kale, means that wave 2 is terrifying. We have Life Mother's Pyre, it's fine, right? This is a Pyre you want to get some value from early, but then you want to largely save the value for later. I usually prefer this to be like, dupe something on ring 3 so that you're powerful right away, and then don't dupe anything until like ring 8 when you've got everything on lock. As far as our starting cards, we have Hornbreak, Hammerfall, Conductor Steward. Conductor Steward's funny. With imps, this buffs the imp, which is not always good. In fact, is usually bad. Although I do like the attack immediately. There's a lot of good synergy here with things like, Demon Fiend and Clan, so we'll see. Obviously, that's a very expensive line. You have a 2-coster here and a 4-coster there, but we'll see. Lost Luggage, Lightstone Casing. Lightstone Casing is extremely powerful, but no impact right away. I'm going to grab the Lost Luggage here. I do think that just picking up and seeing the cards I want immediately is very powerful. The immediate impact of that cannot be understated. I do think this is an Imperialist angle. I think it's fun and effective. I also think that it doesn't necessarily contradict with the Conductor Steward in the early game either. So, it's fine. Obviously, I put the unit down, they rally, and then I throw them is not very exciting, but this is good. Plus, I think if we go all in on Imperialist with an Endless Imp, that will clear Savagery's backlines, which is a good solution there. I think that's pretty powerful. Alright, we'll move on. Draw -1 per turn. This is Dominion's Preservation, a pretty slow rolling combat, I would say. Let's see. How do I best approach this? We're not going to be doing a lot of damage. I mean, I can up this with Hammerfall. So I think maybe if we play Hammerfall, we won't have too much fear, and I can take this trial, play on a higher floor. Seems reasonable. The most important thing is that any Shield Steward we drop here is going to be chilling for the boss. So, and with healers, I don't think they actually add that much to the combat, right? So I think here we are going to do Steward first, then I will drop in the Queen. I think putting one Shield Steward down is wise. We can boost this. I'm not going to play the other one, though. As weird as that sounds, right? Incredible news. We just immediately get to smelt out both of our Vengeful Shards, right? Now, I think there's a lot of good arguments here for various plays. We could do 45 to an enemy. I think I am going to Hornbreak out the healer here, and then I will boost upstairs. I think this is the strongest play. We get a Hammerfall on this. I want to boost that so that the Train Whistle is stronger, right? There's no reason to throw right now. Yeah, we're fine. I'm going to go ahead and blow up one Spear Steward here. I will play a Spear Steward middle. Actually, a very good use of my Forge points. Just get that out immediately. Effective. Yeah, we had 3 Forge points played. I could put the Imp upstairs, but I kind of want to line up the Imp being played with an enemy being on the floor. So let's shoot a guy downstairs. This isn't going to do anything, though. Let's leave the Imp in, then. Should I? I don't know. I think we just play the Imp and then yeet the Imp, actually. And we can actually, yeah. We'll do it this way. We'll yeet the Imp, and then we can play another Imp to tank, and it's fine. So this throws here. And then we can do something like play this Queen's Impling, and he clears the floor, which is great. I do want to kill 20. I'm going to be doing some damage. I want to kill the backliner on middle, and then we take a +5 upstairs. Seems good. Okay, cool. Now, here, we just don't bother throwing this Imp because it's fine. And then I'm going to ping in the back downstairs. I think that's super relevant. I guess there's no reason not to throw this Imp, right? Just yeet it. That's okay, and then we can play the other one here, and this is acceptable. And then the guy just dies. It's alright, sure. We want to keep the sap low unless we're doing a lot of damage like we are on mid-floor, so playing the Shield Steward on bottom is a net negative for me. Yes. Okay, we chill. This should do a good chunk of damage to him. Yeah, 171 feels good. We can throw the Imp upstairs. Let's see. He's taking, what, 6, 21, 46 right now. So he lives by 3. So honestly, I mean, what we're gonna do is what's drawing up now. We can play an imp next turn, so we're gonna salvage a salvage here, and then I am going to put plus 15 in the back. That will clear the big guy here, which is great. Sure, cool. So we get a good chunk of damage out of the boss here. Great news. We should easily clear top floor now. You then, I mean, this is straightforward. You throw the imp, we play the other imp friend, right? We then attack immediately, and we stab him, and we have it. Super easy, right? Yeah. Okay, so we're out. We take nothing. Good job. Great work. I do think Welder Helper must be clicked here. Yeah, I think we need to click an imp. This improves my endless game. This also creates a super tank for the floor. This also potentially with dualism enables Queen to live on another floor entirely, which is cool. You can't do neat things in Monster Train 2, like put a Rage Imp into an Armor Imp and then like make your floor singular, right? I can't put Queen on the floor with my damage scalers, unless the damage scaling is coming from elsewhere, but we'll take the Welder Helper for sure, for sure. Boilerplate, very good. An excellent usage for my Forge points. Right now I don't have a great applicator, or like target really. Metallurgy is excellent, but I'm going to take the Boilerplate here. Good. Great pickups. Happy to have them. I do think going left is correct. Seeing an Endless or a Dualism is powerful here. Seeing both is excellent. We could very easily find a Smidge Stone for Conductor Steward, which is cool. Or I could put... What other Railforged units are there? Logbook. Look. Let's use the powers of the logbook. Railforged. Type. Unit. What do you got? Crucible Steward. Alright, that's pretty good. We would take that. I'd be fine with that. I honestly think this could be a really good railgun run, but he's not a banner unit, right? You have to find him and play him, so that's tricky. What else? Salvage Machine's not bad. You could just stick that on the floor with Queen, sure. I'm just thinking about, like, what do you put multi-strike on, right? If we see it. There's really not a great multi-strike hit here. Other than, I guess, you just put it on whatever you happen to have, which is a bit of a bummer. But I don't think we have a good magic shop here anyway. It's like you could put some -1s on Hammerfall, and that's kind of it. We'll go left. I think it's got to be correct. Endless, fantastic roll. We're happy. There's also a Titanite in there. Titanite Steel Steward seems good to me, right? I do think Titanite Steel Steward is excellent. Crucible Steward is, of course, good. I do like me a Titanite Steel Steward. You can't consolidate these down very well. Like, it's not amazing, but it's an interesting challenge. Steel Steward is not very offensive. How are you killing a floor that way? It's a good question. We're a little bit weak. Over-reliant on Hammerfall here. It does take a Titanite very well, though, is sort of the important thing. Takes Titanite exceptionally well. Has Steel Guard, which will provide a lot of value later on as well. Obviously, you know, it takes Titanite well, but the Titanite provides the reduction, and then it reduces it to 15, so for, like, really big hits, this is not a big swing, but... What's coming up? Arm Shop, Magic Shop, so we need to be thinking about Ring 3 here. The Crucible Steward is good. Let me be clear about this. He's very good, in fact. He is a good backline take. Now, obviously, if he had multi-strike, we'd be cooking. Endless is, what, 90 in the shop? I couldn't re-roll on it. So, there's not a lot of options. I mean, he's strong, but he isn't doing anything other than hoping he gets a Hammerfall pickup, which is fair, I suppose. I think for what's in the shop, I'm going to grab the Steel Steward, right? I think so. Let's do it. I think this is correct. Oh yeah, the Endless was 85. Well, we're going to go ahead and Endless the Welder Helper. For sure, this is correct. We absolutely want that. I am going to Titanite my frontliner as well. This feels like a good pickup here. Plus 14, plus 20. It's one of those things where I think we could put a plus 20 on the Conductor Steward. I don't think we need to. I'm going to save my money here, right? We don't need to duplicate right now. We move on and chill. I think so. I think we move on and chill. All right, great. Let's do it. We should be strong into this combat. Can I take a -1 Ember? I have, what, 4 Ember in deployment? This does get in my way. How scary is this combat? Can I win with just one of those guys? Maybe not. This is going to cost me a fair bit. I mean, obviously you can salvage some things to get energy, but it's not going to be easy to do. We do see most of our deck on turn 1, right? I play out a couple things. It's going to be, what, Conductor Steward plus the, what? Conductor Steward and... Is that it? Really? A Shield Steward, maybe? Interesting. So, not a lot, admittedly. Steel Steward's maybe not doing a truckload here, right? It's fair. That's fair. I think we can get away with this. This is, obviously very risky. I do think you need to be clicking trials if you are at all at risk. But in truth, I feel pretty good about the state of our run. I'm going to put the Shield Steward middle so that the Steel guy could go middle later. I mean, I put the Shield Steward bottom is what I mean to say. All right. Cool. We get a good salvage on a Calcified Ember here, which is huge. We can start taking armor, and then we just throw this guy immediately. I'm going to blow up the Vengeful Shard. This is a good turn for a lot of reasons. I think we do need to put the plus 15 on Conductor Steward so this floor does not perish. And we move on from here. Yes. Good. Great. Fine. Play the Welder Helper. Throw the Welder Helper. We're going to salvage. Honestly, I think... Putting a Shield Steward down is decent here. It doesn't do that much. 6... 2 comes in. A Spear Steward downstairs will kill the backline, the front line here, which is good. We chill the rest of this. I want to save this Shield Steward, so I'm not getting rid of him by salvage, which is fine. Okay, first things first. You play... Right, you play Welder Helper, and then we throw Welder Helper, and then we play Queen's Impling in front, and we clear now. Okay, that clears this floor. I don't have to click the train whistle. Okay, incoming big scary man now. This is sort of the struggle part, right? This is where it gets tricky, I think. I think we want to play the Imp, and then I think I want to put in the Forge points here. So you have to play the Imp, right? I can throw the Imp, right? But the Imp is also actually unironically doing more damage. So I think if we put the Boilerplate in, we get this kill. 27, 48. 48 plus 25 is indeed 72. Gets me that kill. Yeah, okay. I think that's correct, and it puts stats on our Boilerplate here. Now, I could throw the Imp anyway. I don't think it actually changes the math on this, right? I want to save Train Whistle for... Because the cool thing is what I can do is I can play the Imp, Train Whistle, have the Imp strike, and then I can then throw the Imp, which is kind of fun. Whether that's actually correct is a good, anyone's guess, I suppose. The Imp is a tank right now, funny enough. I think we do this. We're going to press end turn here for sure, but I'm just thinking about what's coming up. This boss is scary, and I drew the other Hammerfall here, so... And Steel Steward's not getting played. I'm just debating, do I click Shardtail Queen's ability here, and I don't think it adds anything. I could have... Oh, no, the Imp in front just puts the armor on the wrong person. Now we're fine with this. I think it'll have to do. Okay. Fair enough. We're for sure throwing the imp now, right? I want to draw it again, so throw imp good. Yes, I can tank on this. I think we can do salvage on Spear Steward. I'm not afraid of the backline next turn at all. You could potentially get rid of a damage shield here by dropping a Queen's Impling. I'm thinking about Queen's Impling in front to tank this 10 damage hit. So let's do salvage on the Hornbreak and then play the Queen's Impling and face tank this. Perfect, right? All right, now this is a scary boss. One that we lose to presently. I'm going to go ahead and salvage the Shield Steward here. This guy, Steel Steward, he's never going in play. Now, the first thought I have is, this cleans up when you throw an imp. I'm thinking you play Queen's Impling, we throw Queen's Impling, and then we face tank on the Welder Helper, and when Welder Helper drops, we click Conductor Steward, right? And we put the Forge Points into it. So let's drop Queen's Impling here. A good swing. Throw Queen's Impling. We already actually have lethal. I don't have to do anything fancy. So, but you're going to see what we're doing now. Now we... Honestly, man, the Welder Helper's going to have higher damage than Queen, so you put it in back like this. And then you press Conductor Steward. And this looks clean now, right? Yeah, we actually just cruised this combat, it turns out. Boosting the Welder Helper is an interesting phenomenon. I don't actually know if this is good in the end, but it's kind of neat for the early game. I kind of feel like I need to take Fledgling Imp. It seems really good, although Fortified Pauldrons is also really good into Steel Steward. We like that. I kind of feel like I'm gonna need damage, and it's gotta come in the form of an imp. It just feels like this has got to be correct. It's going to be a big fight for who gets the dualism, but it does open up another, like, endless in the future. Ring 4. I don't know. This imp seems really important to my run, right? Fortified Pauldrons is good. It's never Molting Imp here. No, we have the Queen throwing imps. 10 damage AoE is, like, fine. This misses so many thresholds, and you can't self-infuse the thing either. It's good if you just have it randomly and you just throw it down. Like, it's not a bad card here, but it's also not a game-winning card either. You know, the Imp is like a nice addition if I saw trash for the other cards, like a Hornbreak and trying to think. I mean, I might even take another Welder Helper, right? Just a freebie, but I don't know. There's got to be a package of cards here where I look at Molting Imp and think it's the right pick. It's not this one, though. I think taking damage scaling is correct. It opens up a lot of options, and we can always put Boilerplate into the Steel Steward eventually, right? Make that big, and that's fine. Let's take the Imp. I don't hate the Calcified Embers, by the way. They are excellent for salvaging. Sure, we'll grab this. Renovate Boilerplate again. Another Hammerfall. It's never third Hammerfall. Renovate is... I don't know, it's like a better Space Prism, but it's kind of obnoxious because you have to play it first. I guess the way you... It's weird because it's chicken and the egg a little bit, right? Like if I put an intrinsic -1 on this, it's essentially just super Space Prism. But the problem is that on the turn where you want to play the unit, you have to play the Renovate first, which is obnoxious. It is decent synergy with Conductor Steward, I guess. It's a strange one. I don't know about this. It is a strange card. This feels like... I don't like it. I don't like the card, but I understand the potential use case here. Wide floor, not having to take a... not having to take a Space Relic is decent. I mean, the problem, of course, is you'd want to play all this stuff in deployment anyway. Ideally, we take, like, what? Ember plus draw would be, I think, the sick play. I think maybe we should grab this. It's weird. Maybe it comes in handy. Okay, what am I doing? Arm shop is probably pretty decent. What does this magic shop have for me? Holdover -1 Hammerfall is not terrible. It kills an enemy, kind of. Strong enough for me to really consider it? No, I guess. I don't know. -1s are fine in there anyway. They are just like stat boosts at that point, which is good. We'll take it. I have no spell damage. I mean, I guess Hornbreak. Hornbreak's good. Technically, you can put magic power in Hammerfall. I don't know if I want to, but you can. With a +20, it has decent reach. You could consume one of them. The magic shop's not bad. I do have an upcoming steel shop I need to go to, I think. So it's unfortunate, because I also think that trinket shop is good, but I have a lot of things I need to do. I also kind of want to see another banner, right? Something to put behind Steel Steward, because Queen is going to exist. I think we want to look at this banner, is where I'm at. The arm shop is maybe good, but I don't have anything that needs a deployment yet. And so I'd be banking on rolling something there. Yeah, let's go left. It's fine. See what we hit. Intrinsic, Permafrost, both good cards. -2 consume, good stuff there. Juggernaut! He's here! Also Pyre Steward, I hate this unit. This is my least favorite unit in the clan. It's so bad. It's trying to be Paraffin Thug, except you know what's better than restoring 2 Pyre health? Getting money is better, because money is carryover value. And there's so many better ways of making that work in Melting. Anyway, I'm gonna click Juggernaut now, and we're chillin'. It's a real shame I didn't see him before the Endless, because that would have been sick. Okay, let's prep for a possible -2. Oh man, -2 consume is actually kind of sick in Hammerfall, right? What would I re-roll for here? Double stack? No thanks, right? No double stack hit. True, no double stack hit, so I don't care about that. Holdover's like fine in a Hammerfall, but it's not that good. You could always hold over -1 a salvage, which is maybe good. It's interesting. I kind of feel like this is maybe a really decent renovate. It's tough because you want to play the renovate first to fit your units, but that's a toughie. But you don't want to do it either? Funny, I don't know about that. Permafrost -1, and this is good too. I think you definitely want to put a +10 into Hornbreak. This now reaches 36, which is great. That seems like a must-do. And then we Smolderstone a Hammerfall just so this is a +10 at 0 kind of thing, which is good. I like that a lot. Play it last and you give a guy a +10, or you play it first and give a dude like +25, which is cool. Alright, so I mean, like, the super optimal play here is we draw Juggernaut turn 1 and then just salvage a Calcified Ember and we send it on this lad and he just murders the world. What a cool friend. I love me Juggernaut. Okay, do the things we know we want to do. Now there's also potentially the argument of consume -2 renovate. This gets it out of your deck, which is actually way better. I really hate redrawing this card, right? This is not a useful play on turn 2 or 4 or whatever. So maybe we do the -2 consume here, and then this is always just a decent play. Let's put a +10 in Hornbreak. I think this must be done. The -2 consume I am going to put into renovate. Whenever we see it, I think it's fine. Sure. Intrinsic, great question. Permafrost, also decent question. These are not bad pickups, right? By any means. I have no good duplicator right now. No, that's true, but I did find a Juggernaut, so eventually I'm going to feel better about this. I think we chill, right? I kind of hate it. Maybe I re-roll for a -1. That way an X5 on Hornbreak is attractive. Alright, I think that's actually decent. I will roll for the -1. Spell Chain we roll into. I don't think that's ever worth it. Put a -1 here. And then I will actually 20 consume the other one. This now reaches 56, which is pretty dope. That's actually cool. All right, we're happy about that. Let's look at the alcove. What do we hit here? Ah, okay. We get Jokers. Triboulet. All right, they added a cool little thing here. Friendly units gain health for each rare card in your deck, and it shows you how many you have. That's cool. Gross Michelle is strong question mark. It's weird that it previews everything now, though. You know, this maybe is a bug, right? I don't know. It's previewing Gross Michelle and Triboulet on me, so you can see all of them look pimped, but they're obviously not that strong. Triboulet is maybe pretty sick, actually. It's really good survivability. I will draft rare cards in the future. Canio is just solid value. It's free money. It truly is free money. I can convert my first removal into 25 gold, essentially, which is pretty cool. They're all excellent. It's hard to argue with health, though. Health that will get better with time is pretty good. I want to take Triboulet. It's never Gross Michelle here, for sure. I just don't think we have... Every time I hover over it... Wait a second, is that real? Every time you hover Gross Michelle, it makes my numbers bigger. My guys are too powerful. Can I have this Conductor Steward that does 130 damage? It's not real, but I want it. Okay, so 150. This Juggernaut looks insane. 150, 93, amazing. Anyway, so it's never Gross Michelle here because we're not going to have that high of base numbers. Ignore whatever this thing thinks my stats are currently. And if we lose this, I mean, we would lose this for the other banana, which is decent. It's strong, right? But not that powerful, I don't think. Yeah, okay. So I clicked it again, I hovered over it again. We're getting too strong. So I think I'm going to take Triboulet here. This just feels like the biggest power-up. So we're going to grab it. Now this does, I think when we leave this event, actually fix our previews, right? It does, yeah, of course. That's a decent pickup. All of those were very good. Now we're going to look for more rare units. One thing it's easy to forget about is +3 health is actually a lot of survivability. It adds up quickly. So, alright, we move on. Sure, fight the man. Great job. Okay, Spiked Mass. We can just throw imps at most things here and it's fine. So we're going to do Conductor Steward into Queen again. That's excellent. We're not playing the Juggernaut here, which is fine. I am going to play, what? Steel Steward somewhere? Sure. Right? He can just hang out. It's fine. There you go, bud. Live downstairs. Great work. Cool. An excellent turn 1. We can salvage a Calcified Ember here. Powerful. So what we immediately can do is I can Hornbreak out the front dude downstairs just to get rid of it. The way this is going to play is actually very clean, right? We're going to go ahead and Welder Helper and throw it. Yeah, you Welder Helper, we throw it. Oh, it spawned a dude, right? And then we put the Queen Zimpling down in front, which tanks this hit and looks real clean. Very cool. I'm going to save the boilerplate for later. Is that greedy? 3 forge points is a little weak for it, right? It is a little bit low. I do think we're putting Spear Steward in the back on bottom here, right? For sure. I'm going to shoot out the spikes guy there, clearing that floor. I'm going to take a +10 on this, I think, and eat the Vengeful Shard. We'll boost the Conductor Steward in the back. And then I will finish with the Renovate upstairs, which gives me more space. We take the 1 from the Shard. We're fine. Looks okay. Good. Now this is not the... This is potentially the turn for Juggernaut. It is very potentially the turn for Juggernaut. Just drop the guy. A 90-90 is pretty awesome, huh? Just put him on a floor and he will pummel stuff. I think we're just going to airdrop in the lad. right? We're fine with this. I mean, yeah, my guy's a 120, 120. Just chongoloid through the combat. It's super legit. Yeah, he goes middle, and the guy's gonna look at him and just be like, hey, wait, what? I do play the Queen's Impling first, I think. This is fine. We just actually clear most of this floor, right? I may as well. I'm going to get rid of this Curse Boy by clearing the other Queen's Impling here, and we're chilling. We push 120 into the boss, right? We're fine. Feeling good about it, yeah? Absolutely pummel. Amazing. Now, I am a little reliant on, I was going to say, drawing an imp here, which is great that we did draw an imp, I think, right? That's good. This works out well, okay. I am going to, I want to push. If I throw the Hornbreak at the Chosen Flagellant, throwing the Fledgling Imp next turn kills it, which I think is a correct play here. Bottom floor is not doing much. It's just the Steel Steward and a random other guy, but I think we're going to play it like this. It's fine. If we throw the Imp, we take way too much damage on the Queen, which I don't want to do. So we chill here. I could honestly click the Conductor Steward here. 6, 15, 20. It's not bad, right? Yeah, it honestly works out decently. It gets rid of a mass on the boss, which is fine, and I won't need it for next turn. Chillin'. Okay. Now, ideally, in a future world, I can get Conductor Steward on the same floor as my Juggernaut man, right? Cool, so this looks terrible up until the point when you realize I can play the Fledgling Imp and then just throw it. And the floor is cleared completely, which is amazing, right? And we put a +10 in the back here, and it's fine, right? It's fine. Not being able to clear the guy for Juggernaut to just murder is a bummer, but it'll have to do. Okay, where are we at? Great, we drew our Welder Helper again. We're saved. Welder Helper, throw it. Amazing. And here on middle, I can stab the guy in front and he kills the Flagellant, which is great news, so that's cool. Now, are we winning the combat? That's a good question. We are seeing a lot of curses here. We hate that. I honestly think if we just put Welder Helper in front on middle, we win. Yeah, 480. Juggernaut almost 1v1s the combat here. I was going to say we could do the extreme play and put Shield Steward upstairs in that open space, but I do not need to. We are chilling. This guy just pushes. Wow, that's so much. The extra little tanking there just lets him chew through the boss. My guy has 9 health. I think we've got it. Do I play out the Calcified Ember? I actually think I do. We will get rid of it. There's no reason not to. It's not good to have them. They're just also not bad, you know? So, anyway, click end turn, or just make my guy attack immediately. Great. I took 1 damage. Rage Room is excellent here, I think. Spike of the Hellhorned is okay. Has potential synergy with upcoming relics. Last Stand is a good card. We don't generate enough rage up gate. I'm going to take the Rage Room here. I think it's good. It also, taking a rare card does, in fact, boost my friend Canio, Tribulite. Steel Steward, or Steel Worker rather, is a good defensive pickup here. Let's talk for a moment, right? Let's talk for a moment about what we want our run to be. Ideally, by the way, actually, I think we're too low of level on Railforged to have Assembly Room, right? Let me look at the logbook. Because Assembly Room Juggernaut is in bonkers. But I don't think it's 4 Ember. I don't think we have it. Oh, we do. No, but I think I got this once out of... Got this out of a large mystery box, so not the same. Yeah, not the same. This card is bananas with Juggernaut, just a free win con. Just create 120 120s every 2 turns or something. So let's think a bit about this a bit. I would like to get Conductor Steward on the same floor as a multi-striking Juggernaut with Endless. That would be pretty sick, right? There's also, a fun world is putting Endless on a Conductor Steward and then he just train whistles every time you play him. It's actually really cool, but it's expensive because 2 Ember, so there's that. Okay, what do my floors look like? I think in the end, I want Queen to be living alone. Queen lives alone. We give her, what, a dualism imp, and hopefully we roll dualism here for this imp to pimp out. He does tons of armor. She throws. Feels good because we've gone full like HP into her, so I think she hits at 60, which clears Savagery's backlines. Generates enough armor to survive, hopefully, Savagery's attack, and we're kind of chilling. It's okay. Giving her a random steelworker's not bad. We'll put it that way. Okay, so there's that. Then my top floor, or my main floor, is Conductor Steward plus Juggernaut, or something to that effect. We can take... I mean, I do have a Steel Steward, technically. Oh, fair enough. He's chilling here with a Titanite. I mean, that's good, right? He will face tank the heck out of it. So, space is feeling attractive here, because even though I have this Renovate, it's going to be hard to get Juggernaut plus Steel Steward. Or no, it would be Steel Steward, Queen, Imp on the same floor on turn 1. Potentially turn 2, right? We could get it on turn 2. We'd be okay with that. Because I could play her middle and then have my main floor top. Of course, we would eat Savagery's amalgam damage then. Huge bummer. I don't know. Okay, so I think Steel Steward with Queen is a correct line. Ultimately. Maybe that's a space take so that we can make it work out of the gate. Maybe it's not. Whatever. Fine. On the other floor, so this is the Juggernaut floor, we are looking for Conductor Steward is kind of it, right? And I'd like to get an Endless on him, so oh no, he dies. It doesn't matter. Would be cool. And then we can have another one of those that we play on another floor. Okay, so I think we don't draft a unit here is what I'm coming down to. There's potentially the argument for Pyre Steward, but let me count the math here. 1, 2... Juggernaut's not played on turn 1. 3, 4... I technically don't need it, as weird as that is. How strange. I don't need Ember. Eventually we'll have another Juggernaut, I guess. Maybe I skip here? I think I skip here. Steelworker's not a bad unit, I just don't think he's helpful on this run with what I already have. Pyre Steward I think is bad, we don't need another Conductor. Alright, I'll sell it, sure. Now I'm actually struggling here. Do I take Ember? Because I don't need it on turn 1. The one thing that lets me do is it does let me go to an arm shop potentially at some point. Which is attractive on ring 5, I suppose. Arm shop, armory, horde is pretty good. And then you could deployable something for 2 Ember. By the way, I didn't actually get the boilerplate played. Didn't end up working out. Didn't end up drafting it. I think you kind of just need to not greed this thing. Although, I ended up not using the forge points at all. Weird. I should have maybe put 3 into it, I guess. It's a weird case where it's like, I could have drawn that again and it would have been better. And I didn't, and it's technically a little worse. But I only had 3 forge points when I drew it the first time, which is pretty trash. And I was thinking I might have needed those for something else anyway. So, I don't know. It's tricky. Playing the Juggernaut at 3 was obviously super correct, though. But Ember does boost the Juggernaut, by the way. That is actually a super relevant point. It is just straight up plus 30 to him, which is cool. So we like that a lot. I'm scared of it, but it is feeling like an Ember space run. This Renovate is unfortunately bad because it doesn't show up when you need it, and then when you need it, it doesn't generate Ember. It's just costing me Ember. It's a really bad card for this clan, right? Space Prism would be better here. But also, this feels like this usurped Space Prism a little bit. I don't know. It's interesting, maybe, but I don't know. Tuffy. I kind of wish this just cost like 1 or something. I don't know. or maybe refunded an Ember or something. I don't like how final it is. It ends your turn essentially because it's an X coster, but it's just a bad X coster. Strange. I'm leaning towards Ember here. There is an upcoming arm shop on 5. This also boosts my Juggernaut immediately, which is mid-game power. This also lets me take Ember Trials, which gives me money. And this also lets me, be a little more aggro in my turns right now. It boosts Hammerfalls. I'm going to take the Ember here. I think it is correct. I need to find a way to draw +1. Like a Winged Steel here would be sick. Because then I can comfortably take the space later and not feel bad about the state of my run. Alright, anyway, we're going to go to the steel shop. I think it's correct. There's not a lot of opportunity for me to pay for things here. It's like large stone. I can't do anything with this. I just re-roll this and hope for something better. Multi-strike and smidge. I wish I could afford them both. Unfortunately, I cannot. I do think the multi-strike on Juggernaut is more important than anything else here. Yes, there's always the Burststone technically exists too. It's not terrible. You could put a Burststone on something like this Welder Helper and it's not bad, but we want to save that for a dualism potentially. Alright, multi-strike on Juggernaut. This is a sort of necessary play in my opinion. We can just afford it. Fantastic. We get the Pyre health back. I never feel bad there. I do think we need to go in on Imperialist 3 pretty confidently. We are facing down Savagery. This is important. She needs to live turn 1 and also needs to kill Chosen Assassins. So Imperialist 2 for sure. The dupe here is an interesting question. What do you make a copy of out of this? Honestly, I think it's the Hornbreak that just does more damage. There's potentially, by the way, an argument for second Juggernaut right now. This does a few things. Interestingly, it makes Triboulet better, which is relevant. But it also makes my draw better, and I'm never sad playing another one of these dudes anywhere in my run. So cool. Make another, seeing him on turn 1 with the big draw thanks to Lost Luggage. By the way, Lost Luggage is a big factor in me thinking about the Ember space play. I think this is just duplicate Juggernaut here. Another one of these is never bad, and this feels powerful. Great. Kel, great. Seal of Aggression, scary. We could potentially tank this with Imp, though, which is cool. Yeah, I think this is fine. We'll on this trial. Yeah, Kel. Remember, it's Kel. He's scary. Juggernaut mauls him, though. Okay, we have energy. Great. So, first things first, I think we need to do... I want to do Queen Bottom now, is sort of where I'm at. Queen Bottom is pretty cool, in my opinion. Man, just open gate play Juggernaut for 180, 180 is outrageous. Play none of my other units, and he's just huge. Jeez, is that correct ever? There's a part of me that wants to do it really badly, right? It's kind of wild. Dang, okay. It feels like it just wins the combat. 210, 210, 420. Dude's an absolute massive Chongoloid. And you can still play the queen, right? Crazy mode, right? Absolutely crazy. I think this actually wins. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do queen middle. It's going to look strange, but I think this wins the combat. And then you just airdrop my mans. Yeah, okay, 210, 210. Seems legit. You'll play any other units and we're just fine with this, right? We can play a Queen's Impling to tank some of these hits. And it's actually just great. I do think we want to salvage a Vengeful Shard here. It's correct. I think I would like to play the Conductor Steward. He's good, it turns out. We can ping one of these dudes downstairs, and now only the Queen Zimpling gets corruption, which is fine. I do not have enough forge points to consider the boilerplate here. Let's just play the Vengeful Shard, and we're chilling, right? This is acceptable. I was going to say you could play the other Queen's Impling, but I tell you what, 10 health Implings and just random plus 9 HP is huge, actually. So, it's like good. It's like really good, actually. Cool, so anyway, I put Fledgling Imp down, and we give this floor a Rage Room, and we're chilling, right? There's a part of me that's like, do I take 4 space somewhere so I could later put the Steel Steward down? I just don't think it matters, right? Getting Steel Steward, this is the problem, right? I'd love to get 4 energy, 4 space here, and then just play Steel Steward, but you can't. It does not work. I don't think this is Hammerfall. Juggernaut's doing most of the heavy lifting, right? I honestly think it could just be Renovate on bottom floor. Like, this plus 10 is not that attractive here. Yeah, let's just hit the Renovate downstairs. It's fine. Sure, bud. He has space for other things now. Cool. Great, so I think we do just play Impling, Field Steward, actually? It gets you the Collector, which, let me be clear, is worth it here. So, fair enough. I'm going to go ahead and salvage a salvage, and that's just fine. We're chilling about it. Sure, why not? Great work. The Imp is somehow alive. Great. Cool. So on this turn, we go salvage on Calcified Ember, and then we get to play another 210 superhero upstairs. Great. Amazing. Hey, look, we don't actually kill everything on the floor, but I'm not actually that concerned about it, right? It's okay. My guy, he's upstairs. He's doing it. We're going to go ahead and salvage Shield Spear Steward here. It's correct. I can save this 12, right? Let's Welder Helper, middle. Of course, she throws it. Great. Bottom floor's looking fine. I will just take the Queen's Impling upstairs to tank this hit. It's fine. I will turn on Boilerplate. And I am playing it on bottom. Would you give it to my guy? There you go. He gets some stats. I think he just wins, right? I just press end turn and he gets it? Yeah, okay. Sure, bud. Reasonable. What a reasonable floor. Great news. I don't have to click anything. My man just absolutely demolishes Kel. And oh, by the way, I have another one upstairs. This is crazy good. Huge value. Just press end turn. We got it. I knew this would win. Just mathematically, I don't know what Kel was ever going to do to this guy. He's hitting for 300s. Amazing. Tiresome Climb has got to be it. As much as I want to take the rare card here, the Spike for Triboulet value, I think it has to be Tiresome Climb. The Calcified Ember is an inconvenience at worst here, but being able to daze Savagery, either Seraph or the Titan, is really good. It's just huge. Mass production. Think about this. Use your brain power to think. Mass production. Create a copy of a non-champion unit, equipment, or room card in hand and apply -1. Make a copy of Juggernaut and make him +30/+30. Good. Is Trap Shoot ever correct? Now, the cool thing about Trap Shoot is this is different from Holy Claw. I had to think of the word. Holy Claw cannot move bosses. That's good. I think that's an important balancing element. Trap Door, however, we can just send things back to the ground, and it does work on bosses. This is pretty good, right? Now, mass production is also pretty good. Of course, I don't think it's ever masterwork here, right? It's not a bad card. 3 for Forge 8, sure, I suppose. Like, that's okay. But, and it's like got good in a boilerplate, but whatever. Mass production potentially makes a copy of Juggernaut, which is huge. Or it could be a copy of Imp. Although Imp is expensive. I don't know, I like that. I mean, it is fine. With Dualism, eventually it could be really good for Queen. And she could throw 2 Imps at once, which is actually a lot of damage. So, decent. Oh, but you can make it free. Make it free? Problem, of course, then is drawing it, right? That's an interesting situation to be in. You could make free Imp. Kind of cool. Its mass production is probably better than you might be thinking, right? It's hard to assemble, but it's good. On the Imp, what you can do is you can actually just throw away the normal Imp and play it for 0, which is not bad. He just becomes free. The -1 is actually the big part of this, right? Or you could play it on Juggernaut, and you get your 1 Ember back. What's coming up? Magic Shop, maybe? There is a Magic Shop, which suddenly got very good, right? Instead of the Arm Shop here. This Magic Shop got really cool because the double stack is huge all of a sudden, right? Tiresome Climb for 4 is big value. It's true. Holdover, I could also hold over that at 1 Ember, right? For 2, and that's acceptable as well. So, like, a lot of value here. Mass production. You could take a permafrost pretty well. You could line it up that way, then it also discounts it. I think mass production is better than the trap shoot, though I think trap shoot is good here. Let's grab the mass production here. I think we can make this work. I'm going to go to the right. You know, there's value either way. I don't think this Hellhorned banner provides any value. The alcove is maybe fine. There's maybe an overstack there, but again, one of the Juggernauts will get it, I suppose. It's fine. Sure, right. The Magic Shop maybe is the most valuable part. We do have Money Steal coming up, which is valuable. I think I'm going to go Magic here. See what we hit. Ooh, right. Holy Stone. Now, they made this so that heal your Pyre equal to the spell's base cost. But I think they kept the behavior with X cost. I think it was in the patch notes. So if I put this on an X cost card, we're chillin'. Intrinsic, fascinating. Intrinsic Tiresome Climb is value. Okay, let's look at the banner real quick. Yeah, I was never going to take Horned Warrior, Branded Warrior. It is just 10 gold. This is what, ring 5? Sure is. So we can't see the X5 anymore, so let's look at the alcove real quick. It might inform the Magic Shop, right? Fecundity? Fecundity Juggernaut is silly but cool. Worthy Sacrifice is... What a weird... Okay, so we're getting the Inscription event here. This is a very funny looking one because there's lots of things that could be done here, all of which are actually pretty mid, right? Like... Reanimate 3 is cool, but because it doesn't fire summon triggers again, it's not good on imps. It's also not good on, what? Pretty much like Juggernaut? No, because again, it doesn't do the summon triggers here at all. Fecundity does, if you put it on a Juggernaut, create another one. Except, I don't... How does it work? Right? I mean, it makes it +1, but you already spent your Ember, so it's a lot less interesting. What a weird setup to be in. Meanwhile, Worthy Sacrifice would be good on an Imp if I weren't throwing it, right? If I weren't yeeting said Imp. Interesting. I wonder what the play is. It might just be as simple as Reanimate 3 on Conductor Steward. It is technically survivability, right? It's fine. I do think this is a weird one. I don't think I actually want most of these, so we're definitely not going to do the inscription secondary part here. But I do think I can just take Reanimate 3 on Conductor Steward, and he's happy about it. It saves me, what, 20 gold, I guess? It's fine. Sure. No problems here. I think it is as simple as that, right? We just take that and put it on Conductor Steward, because you don't actually want it on any of these other things. It's not as good as you want it to be. Yeah, if it fired summon triggers again, this would be cracked, right? They die and then they do it again. So then we'd have Welder Helper with this. And what we would do is we would then get the worthy sacrifice on him. So he'd blow himself up, he'd get thrown, and then he would just kind of go hard. But I don't think it makes sense here. So we'll just put it on Conductor Steward, and this is a fine upgrade, right? It's not amazing. The thing is, I really don't want to fill out the final slots on either of my Juggernauts with this. None of them are that valuable. I don't think it's ever worthy sacrifice on anything. You could replace Train Whistle with worthy sacrifice. Amazing. Yeah, I don't think it is, right? I mean, it is. You do gain Ember out of it, huh? Huh. Is that maybe better? I don't know. I don't know, man. That's tough. Endless, you gain 3 Ember out of it. So I could turn him into a net +2 Ember play, but then you're not throwing him, which is obviously wrong. It's very weird. Like, worthy sacrifice on the fledgling imp is potentially interesting. He never gets the endless if it shows up, though. Yeah, he never does. Going on one of the Juggernauts. The Juggernauts are looking for, like, Midgestone or Quick or... Like, there's so many good hits for him, you really want to fill that slot before doing something weird. I don't think it's worthy sacrifice. I like generating Ember, but... And this would be excellent if I didn't have to throw them. The fun thing is, if I had Reanimate 1, this would be cool here, because then you could sacrifice him and then throw him all in the same motion, and he net Ember gains you. But I've already taken the Ember pickup here. I think we just take many lives. This is a weird one, but I think it is just many lives on the Reanimate a Conductor Steward, and we chill. Yeah, okay, fine. There's maybe some total misplay, thanks, bud. There's maybe some other interesting stuff you could do there, but I don't know. Okay, I like Holy Stone. It's good, but I have a Steel Shop coming up, so I don't know if that's the one I want to go with. I do think -2 consume on one of these Hammer Falls is pretty dope. Just take a +10 and get it out of there. I'm fine with that for sure. The other +10 is going into my Hornbreak. I want to be able to just shoot an enemy to death. This is a 76. The important thing is this puts it over, it's already over 50, which is an emergency chosen. What else is this actually hitting? You could alternatively do +10 on Hammerfall for a 0 cost do 10. I don't know, that's interesting. What's an intrinsic angle here? Intrinsic mass production means I see it on my big turn, which is cool. Unfortunately, I'm drawing 10 there anyway, so the benefit of it's not a pseudo removal in this run. Intrinsic Tiresome Climb is pretty sick though, right? If we see a holdover for this, we're happy about it. If we see a double stack, we're happy about it. How expensive are you? 90. That goes to 245. I could re-roll and buy. So yeah, I'll do Tiresome Climb Intrinsic. This just seems correct. Then I'm going to re-roll on this, save the cash otherwise. Now, double stack strong or holdover strong. We see them both. If I had Lightstone casing, by the way, this would be nuts. But I think Lost Luggage is like so enabling for what we're doing with Juggernaut. You got to be able to tunnel to that Juggernaut because I'm not playing him out of the gate. I am for like these earlier combats. I'm not going to be able to play my other dudes. You see the problem? So the Lost Luggage is too valuable. Wait, could not have taken Lightstone casing here. 20 consume? Nah. -1 is good. I'm happy about this. So, okay, we see them both. I wonder what the play is. There's potentially a world where you double stack and then duplicate this card and it's sick, right? Eventually, we're going to get an upgrade on the Juggernaut and we duplicate that. It really just comes down to if I'm taking space, then we're probably not going to draw through our deck very quickly, and therefore the holdover is superior. This also means that Queen never gets hit by Seraph, which is a very relevant point. Also fully disables Savagery. Oh, it's really good. This also deals with amalgams, which we know we have. I think it's got to be holdover here, and it's not particularly close. So I will take the holdover on this. It's also cheaper, which I'm happy about. Sure, we'll take the holdover on the Tiresome Climb here. Value. Okay. The -1 I do want to click somewhere. -1 on mass production, just value, right? Make it free. Cool. I don't think we're seeing another magic shop. It's going to be steel and arms at the dupe at the end. Like, we could see another magic shop, but after this hit, I don't think we're going to need to. So I don't think we're holding out for a permafrost on this mass production. So I am going to make this free, because this is a big play on the turns for my Juggernauts, right? We'll do this. Okay, and then I think we chill. I don't think we need to duplicate anything quite yet. We wait, we hold out. Okay, I could remove. I need to think about this steel shop. There is money with it, which I think is the big reason I'm okay maybe removing here. We cut a shield steward at long last. I'm good with that. Yeah, okay, fine. Moving on from here. Interesting. I feel powerful, but also like the run has not come together yet. Spikes 4, Penitent, Prayer Stone. I mean, I'm not afraid because I do have +9 from Triboulet, which makes a huge difference. I think we can just take that. Also, I think it's only Quoto, right? We just send it on a Juggernaut, maybe? Do I just do that again? Quoto means I don't care about playing bottom, which is fine. So I think we do Queen upstairs every time. It's just, do I just play a huge Juggy? I think Huge Jug is correct in this early game state where his damage is just so powerful. And then the rest of this is we just chill. It's fine. What do I get salvage-wise here? I could salvage Spear Steward, kind of interesting. I do have a Tiresome Climb angle. I could Tiresome Climb this Shield Bearer and he just sort of perishes, which is probably fine. It is annoying that it saps him. Anyway, we're going to play the Rage Room on middle too, and that's good. Happy about it. Go team. I do want to throw some... I'm going to salvage here for sure. We're going to burn out the Shield Steward and the Spear Steward. I think I'm playing both Imps upstairs because it gets rid of this Prayer Stone, right? We just go... Imp, right? I'm good with that. Imp, and then you throw Imp and it's dead and we're chilling. And then as far as space goes, it'd be cool to play the other one on middle. Maybe I do drop the Renovate here. Yeah, okay, fine. Great news. He just pummels and it's enough. Pummel, win. Good. Monster Train. Video gaming, right? You just elevator the other guy in the middle and he's dead now too. Chillin'. Doesn't matter at all. Here, play an Imp on middle. Sure, we'll do it. You can't stop me, I guess. Technically. What do I even have other units for? I have Juggernaut, right? It's just great. We're gonna, I guess, stab a guy downstairs. It saves some damage next turn. Okay. Cool. The Imp is tanking. Alright, now I do have the elevator play here, so I think I am going to elevator the Shield Bearer here. We're gonna stab for money. We do like $75. I'm gonna play Conductor Steward upstairs at long last. 3 waves, winning on middle, so really we're looking at like 5 turns. I'm slow on the draw. I almost feel like I should just play the boilerplate for 2. It does kind of suck, though. That's, like, not even worth trying. Here, I will play a Fledgling Imp. That seems better. Okay. It removes it, whatever. Okay, so this is a big play, right? This is salvage on the calcified ember here. I do think we want to hold on to the tiresome climb so I don't get the plus 180, 180 here, and that's, I guess, fine. Do I actually care? What if I just play the other guy at full value and this floor just goes completely mad with power? Honestly, how does this lose? It's too powerful, right? We just drop the tiresome climb. I just actually do not care. We kill a dude downstairs, whatever. Okay, sure. Monster Train. This also lets me draw a little faster, which I appreciate. So here, we're going to salvage out some stuff. I don't think this is the mass production play of our dreams, but we're going to go ahead and click it on the Queen Zimpling, which gives us a free Queen Zimpling, which tanks this front some damage. Fair enough, Monster Train. Here is... I'm actually just going to salvage the other one I created. Cool. Decent, I guess. Mid-floor is doing all of the work. What if I just play the calcified ember here? I kind of like having one because it creates those big Juggernaut turns, but drawing them is tough. I just don't feel like I need to play cards. We can tank something on middle here, it's fine, and then calcified ember. I could still draw the boilerplate, so let's... yeah, play the calcified ember out. There's no sense doing it, and then we just let it rip and hope for the best. 1 and 2. We miss. Fair enough, Monster Train. Fair enough. Their Steel Steward is doing his best. Great, bud. Whatever. I didn't see it. You know, it would have been, what, 24 armor? It's just not an important card on this run. We have Juggernauts. Look at them. They're doing everything. Crush. It doesn't matter if you have Titan skin. You just die. Great work. Okay, cool. Now, this won't work all the time, admittedly. Inflame is not a bad card. It's a really good card if we're ever going to another magic shop, which we could, potentially. I don't know if I need 2 steel shops. It's a good card that I should... I'm just going to grab it, actually. It's fine. Yo, but Railgun. Yo, but Magnetic Relay. What? Wait. Is Magnetic Relay cracked here on Juggernaut? Hold up. Okay, maybe I do see another one of these. You just convert this into pure value. Magnetic Relay. He's too powerful. Juggernaut cannot be stopped. I was going to say Railgun's kind of sick here, right? But we have Juggernauts. So this is not our Railgun turn. This is our Magnetic Relay play. Okay, I do want to go to a magic shop. I've changed my mind. We're going to a steel shop here for sure, for sure. Grab the Forgotten Boons. Look at the steel shop. Endless on a jug is pretty dope. Large Stone is like fine. Interesting. I think you buy Endless on 1 jug here, and this guy can live in front, and if he ever gets killed, he becomes more powerful than you can imagine, and we re-roll on the other one. It's really hard to argue with Endless Juggernaut. Yeah, okay, fine. Do I buy a plus 20 on something? I mean, I guess I put this on the Conductor Steward. If we see a Smidge Stone, it's never going on him, right? So, fine. Okay, sure. Reroll. I mean, sure. Multi-strike on other Juggernaut. Like I said, there's like 3 different things we can take. I do think Dualism on the Welder Helper is cracked. This is basically better than Self-Infused from Monster Train 1. It's really good. And then Juggernaut just becomes God. Right? These are excellent plays. We're super happy with this. I know what I'm thinking is, what is this Steel Steward doing on the run now? You're not wrong. At worst, he salvages for 2 energy. I mean, yeah, all right, let's see what the alcove says. Give me, like, Wrath. Bolo's Bloodletter. This is an interesting one. Because the Bloodletter hurts, but also makes big number. Quilling Catcher just gives cash. Kleptodranium. One conduit on Slay. I don't know. Oh, it's previewing the Bloodletter. I was like, why are my numbers so big? This is ever since they did the thing that, where is it? That Triboulet is like counting up. Anytime it previews an artifact, it goes, ooh, and it like pings the floor and you get these weird numbers that are no longer accurate. Definitely a bug that they should fix, but not that big of a deal, really. Bloodletter is actually very strong, though, here. I have nothing that's really afraid of death. And plus 12 plus damage is very good. I mean, ugh. Very obnoxious that it keeps previewing this bonus here, but I do think plus 12s is, like, legit. We're not mad about that. Do I just take Bloodletter? The late Bloodletter? It's pretty good, right? I mean, we have the Triboulet, which is super offsetting any of that downside. So, and we'll be duping one of these Juggernauts for sure. So, fair enough. What if you see another holdover on Magnetic Relay? I'd be happy to just pump plus 90 into this Juggernaut every turn. It also refreshes his health, which is huge. It's never Kleptodranium. This is just weak here. Quilling Catcher is, like, fine. 1, 2. Like, it's 200 gold. Meh. I'll take the Bloodletter, actually. I think it's actually Bloodletter. I just have to triple, quadruple check. I don't care if this does 1 damage to things. Over the course of the entire combat, this costs, what, like 9 health? Which is the benefit we get from Triboulet. So, I just take the Bloodletter. Okay, cool. We have a Bloodletter now. That's neat. It's not what anyone expected this run to have, but sure, why not? It's here. I think saving money now is very fun for the magic shop. I could duplicate or something here, right? Do I ever duplicator Juggernaut right now? It's not bad. Not great either. I think we have enough for Kale, right? Not afraid of Kale. We're just going to play a 210 downstairs and murder everything. He just kills the second wave out the gate. I kind of don't feel like I need space either. I can just kind of greed on this and it's okay. Like, I don't care if the Steel Steward is in front of Queen. It doesn't matter. I think we just chill. Just chill and move on. Yeah, I could have removed something there. I don't know. It's fine. Let's go fight Kale. This guy is usually scary because this is the one that has the very scary wave too. But, like, I mean, you just airdrop in Superhero and it's fine, right? I'll play Queen middle. This actually is probably better than top. Yeah, it's Queen and then you play Superhero dude for a bazillion D and he hits 3 times and chills. I could potentially put Baby Juggernaut upstairs. It's not bad, but we're just chilling on this, right? There's no reason to do anything else. Cool, so anyway, we hit Welder Helper here. I do not have a salvage on this turn, but here, we can do mass production on the Welder Helper, which does make it free, which is huge. There was also the world I could have magnetic relayed and then mass produced the Juggernaut. But I think free Welder Helper is pretty cool here. This is an interesting world where I throw the... He just clears this floor, which is bananas. I was going to say I could elevator a guy, but it doesn't really matter. I think we just throw this imp. I mean, we could double play it here, right? And then throw it. I'm thinking, like, what do I magnetic replay? I kind of want to magnetic replay the Juggernaut for more scaling. It is plus 90 here. I think we throw this imp for sure. Just eat that. I want the zero coster in the pool. It's fine. I'm thinking, like, do I play Tiresome Climb? Probably, right? It's got to be correct. It has a resolve trigger, right? Why can I not preview his resolve trigger? Monster Train? Hello? I can't hover my man's resolve trigger. Well, he's got it. Okay, and then I think I am magnetic replay here. And now he's back. And now he gets plus 60. cruising. It's scaling, right? Oh no, Wolo's Bloodletter is here. Now I can see his thing. That's a bug for sure. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and salvage the Calcified Ember here. I will play the Welder Helper out. Yeah, like, this is the scary wave, by the way. This is the Chosen Bastion Sentinel with a Vampiric Cherub wave. And then if Kale's on the floor, it just goes hard. But Juggernaut just one-shots the whole thing, so no one actually cares at all. This Shield Steward it's a 2034. Yeah, sure, bud. Go for it. Go fight, I guess. Punch. Punch, live. Juggernaut win. It's good, right? Juggernaut's doing it. We will just keep playing free armor middle. I think it's correct to do it. I can actually punch 282 into the boss here if I elevator another unit, which is good, I think. Your Welder Helper I can throw on middle. Fair. I'm going to go ahead and salvage the Vengeful Shard, and then we will Fledgling Imp in front on bottom. Seems reasonable. Sure, bud. The Imp is alive somehow. That's cool. Rage Room downstairs for sure. I'm going to go ahead and salvage the Queen's Impling. I'm going to Tiresome Climb the boss. I will keep Welder Helper action going. I guess I don't need to. We're chilling. Just let it sit on the floor so we draw a little faster, actually. That's fine. That's actually fine, right? Like, here I'll throw it. We salvage the Queen's Impling. I'm going to throw the Imp for sure. I'm going to go ahead and Tiresome Climb the boss again. There's no reason not to. I wish to forge points into Boilerplate. We'll put it downstairs. Value. And then we renovate on the same floor. So I can play the other one whenever I inevitably draw it. Meanwhile, this Train Steward is done just like unironically, like 100 damage to the boss, which is cool. Conductor Steward's going on this floor, right? There's no way around it, I think. We salvage the Queen's Impling. Conductor Steward comes downstairs, chillin'. I may as well give him a forge point. Sure, bud. Then we click Conductor Steward attack immediately, which mauls this floor. True. We then put Welder Helper on middle. I'm going to elevator the Cherub, which is another 1,000. Then we throw the Imp. Yeah, we're almost having our man's health right now, which is pretty good, right? Very cool. Neat. Anyway, I'm going to play Welder Helper here for free. I'm going to, I guess, shoot a dude, but really what I'm going to do is just play another Juggernaut on bottom floor and we win this run. Yeah, alright, fair enough. There you go, bud. Press end turn. I could actually throw the Imp. I'll throw the Imp, yeah. This is easy mode, right? And then we just airdrop the... like downstairs, we just go, hello. I am Welder Helper, prepare to die. Great work, go team, right? This is the easiest press end turn to victory I've ever seen. That's a good floor. Good stuff. My man gets to attack once and then perishes. Seems decent. I think draw might actually be the play here. Choose a card, smelt all cards in hand except the chosen card. This can go really hard with Juggernaut, though. I'm going to be clear with you. I think this is draw, and it's not particularly close. Now that we've played this out, the run is looking like we just sort of play a Jug, and he kills most enemies, and then we play the other Jug later, and the rest of my banner units sort of just appear at some point. Let's take Foundry Line, because this could potentially be really powerful. I'm going to take card draw here. This is for sure correct. Okay, that will help speed me through my deck to my key parts. I'm going to go ahead and hit this Magic Shop because I'm going to tell you what, that's also correct. We have we already kind of got everything we needed from the Steel Shop, which is great. Go ahead and hit the Light Forge. I know what I'm doing. Yeah, Imp, Toss, Throw for 60, 92 health, 100% of the time. Yes. Armory says... Boiler Room is real cool here because putting imps down and sacrificing imps suddenly gets very playable, right? I actually think that's excellent here. Fight Club's not bad, but it's Boiler Room for sure. Full stack, it's good. -2 Permafrost, right? I mean, Permafrost has got to be a pick here. Putting it on Foundry Line makes this card much more valuable overall. I like that. Mass production, sure, right? But if I hit a holdover on Magnetic Replay, then we always have the combo. It's Permafrost here, yes. +10, I mean, maybe if I have cash. Double stack. It is pretty sick on Inflame, I'll tell you that much. It's a good card, just big number. 12 Rage is big number. How much gold do I have? If I re-roll, holdover, spell chain maybe? I don't know. I think we double stack this and that's okay, right? Is there a -2 consume target? Actually, just the other Hammerfall, really? This card is like fine, but I don't need anything from it. Yeah, this is a good use for Hammerfall. Let's double stack the Inflame. We're gonna re-roll on this and save cash. Holdover. We hit the holdover on Magnetic Replay. 5 gold off? What an expensive. Obnoxious. Obnoxious. Can I get 5 gold? No? Really? Really? Man, because I bought a double stack there, man, I guess I should have considered the worst case, but I wasn't thinking I'd roll that badly. It's a bummer. Well, unfortunate. I'm 5 real American dollars off from a much better Magnetic Relay play, but it's still fine, I guess. Yeah, it's still fine. Huge bummer. I could have maybe... Should I have considered selling? Could have gone to this magic shop and then sold the armory. Would that have been worth it? Probably, right? That's an interesting consideration. I should have looked at the armory after. The interesting consideration here is I think that could have informed choices at the magic shop regardless, right? I mean, because I am generating Ember now, so I don't know. I think it works out. It's not a big deal. It is obnoxious, but fine. Sure. Moving on. Cool, we're moving on. I can't afford anything else that matters. Great. I've literally not used Life Mothers once here. Mark of Invasion. It actually is scary, right? Because Imp Toss is blocked by Purifiers. I take a whole truckload of damage here. I have to play higher. Thane is tough, but this is a curse combat. I think we win this run if I don't click this. So let's not click this. I think the Imp Toss interaction is tough here, though. Right? Because this is the case where Imp Toss used to not be an ability. It was a trigger, which meant that it did kill those things. Purifiers, that is. It does not anymore because Spell Shield blocks abilities. So anyway, I think we are going to play Mid-Floor Queen. And then you play Superhero Man. Amazing. Big numbers. Big numbers. We love to see it. Triboulet's up to +12, by the way. Very cool. Very cool. Boiler Room is nice. I like that. I can do Boiler Room. Ooh, there's some fun stuff here. No salvages. I'm going to play Boiler Room, Queen Zimpling, and then yeet them, which does generate Ember there. I'm going to go ahead and mass produce the Juggernaut here. This makes one of the Juggernauts very cool. The fact that this thing... It's Trixie, right? I think I need to elevator a unit. A deformed duo, perhaps. He doesn't die. That's maybe okay, I think. I'm going to go ahead and hit the renovate downstairs here. It's big space. I know what you're thinking. Why would I do that? It's because I can still get value out of the -1 Juggernaut that chills in front down here, and that's fine. I take 1 from this. Now this does generate Ember, right? Now my thought is, oh no, he walks, but I can just send him upstairs now, and he's dead on arrival, right? Why am I taking... Oh, the Vengeful Shard. I was like, why am I taking 1 here? That seems wrong. We salvage out most of this other stuff. I will play the Conductor Steward downstairs now. You can see the value that's happening here, right? Now we're really cooking. This is what I wanted this run to look like. Bottom floor goes hard. If we ever lose the guy in front, it does not matter at all. We get Rage Room online. This is a tough-looking floor, right? It doesn't actually clear, which is crazy. We can just elevator the guy in front, and it clears, though, which is cool. And then I can Queen's Impling upstairs to get the... Oh, I can just Hammerfall it, although I won't do that, right? We'll Queen's Impling to get it. I'll salvage the salvage, and then I will take stat boost downstairs in the back. Great. Cool. You see the benefit, right? It's like, oh no, the guy in front might die. That's actually okay, right? Totally fine, in fact. Now this is probably a turn where we attack, right? I think so. I can elevator a guy, which, I mean, we're going to get rid of the duo here for sure. And then we actually clear the floor and it's okay. Then you get Welder Helper middle, which is chillin'. We throw it, which does get another kill here. Very cool. I don't have to use the big attack yet, which is neat, I suppose. I mean, I may as well just play this other stuff out, right? He attacks, now we kill it. Great news. I can face tank downstairs. I'll put this thing in middle, actually. I think that's cool, and we'll buff plus 25 on the middle friend here. Good. Don't even play the Steel Steward. This guy upstairs, he never attacks, so it doesn't matter, right? He just gets shot to death. This is maybe the floor where I consider doing something. Ooh, but it's so perfect. It's so perfect, in fact. What an interesting Foundry line turn, huh? So I can pull back. This is an interesting combat for me, huh? I think what we're going to do is I'm going to magnetic relay the guy in front here. Good. I'm going to shoot a dude in back. I think that's going to be correct. I think I need to play the Welder Helper or we're having a bad day, right? I think we also... Tiresome Climb could actually get sacked here. It's not that big of a deal. It is helping a bunch, though. This is a scary combat. There's just a lot of hits required is sort of the problem. It's true. Tiresome Climb does help here, though. Okay, we're going to elevator one dude in the back. I am going to throw the Imp here. I'm going to play the other Welder Helper. I'm then going to shoot one of these guys, right? The Smelt doesn't do anything for me, so we shoot one of these guys. I'm then going to go ahead and Foundry line here. And then we're holding on to Juggernaut to keep... And then we're going to drop Big Jug back in. Yes, he lands big. And then we press auto attack here. And we clear the whole floor and we're chilling, right? We get a lot of Ember there. Fantastic, right? You can see the immediate value plays, right? You can see it happening. I have Boilerplate killing my guys on middle. We're killing enemies. We're chilling here, generating Ember. And then I can magnetic relay a guy and drop him back in. I'm thinking you're obviously thinking you could put it in the back, but I actually like his 26 rage here, so I'm going to bring back other friend here. I elevator one of these dudes because why not, right? I actually, with Hornbreak, putting him on Boiler Room floor, I can generate Ember, which is cool. and then I play the other lad back, and he's now a 472. He's also benefiting from the Conductor Steward. This floor kills, right? This floor is killing. For sure it wins. And then, I mean, we just press end turn, and it's over, right? Easy mode. I don't have to do anything fancy, right? I guess there's a world where I could fish. I mean, I think even if I bring one of these guys back with Magnetic Relay and, like, daze the other, potentially, you could maybe do some finicky stuff here. Is this ever correct? You Magnetic Relay one of them, and then you just ascend the other? We can do this. We can delay a turn. Watch this. It's going to look weird, but it is still fine. I salvage the Steel Steward because reasons. I can then throw the Welder Helper. It's fine. Right? I'm still winning, unfortunately. I have to ascend this guy, and then we can get out, right? This works now. And then we're guaranteed the victory because upstairs exists. This is a weird line, right? What we're doing is strange, but I'm trying to buy a turn to maybe see some cards. We still win, of course, even with the days. It doesn't matter. We didn't see it. There were a couple. There was like one card draft we could have seen with the Discordant Heretic. It doesn't matter. I don't have to do anything fancy. We just press end turn and win here. Great, right? Yeah, there's no reason to mess around. I guess you could tire some climb and back. I'm not risking it too hard, am I? I tire some climb and back, throw the imp. We should see it, maybe? It's got 621. All right, yeah, fine. Look, it's weird, all right? And then I can get rid of the calcified ember, which is fine. I'm happy about it. We drop this out. Yeah, it's okay. All right, I mean, you know what? We did actually end up finding it in the end. And we have lethal, so it doesn't matter. I'm doing this off floor and you can't stop me. We get to then drop in and benefit our... Look, we improved boilerplate. All of that for boilerplate. My score. But I actually think that that could matter, so whatever. Fine. Reinforce. There's value in adding a AAA play, but I don't think it's one of these. Like, Reinforce is not it. Plus 12 is already fine. We're going to go ahead and skip here for cash. It's good. Full Throttle is a dope card, right? It's just awesome. I don't need another Magnetic Replay. Full Throttle is expensive, but strong. Very strong. A little hard to play. It's a really good salvage, actually, if we get the smelt. I keep saying salvage because salvage, smelt, these are all like synonyms, roughly. I'll take Full Throttle. I think that's a good ad. Okay. Now, removal dupe is cool versus steel shot that I can't fit anything in unless I roll Pyrestone Housing, but we don't have a lot of money. Let's go left. It's fine. Iron Tongue, Enchanted Chamber, Spell Sanctum. Spell Sanctum does make me think I could reduce Magnetic Relay to 0. Let's see what the Trinket Shop says. Oh, Molten Manifold. X cost cards get +2 to their X value played. I know what you're thinking. I don't have many, right? It's just Hammerfalls and look, oh, it's Renovate, but wait, what is that? Juggernaut is an X cost card? Hold up. Is +60 to my Juggernaut worthwhile? Yes, obviously. I'll also be clear, I actually think Unbroken Horn would be sick here, because I could save energy between turns for Juggernaut, but alas. I also think this is probably just my duplicator, actually, right? I just go into this and I duplicate one of my guys, make huge Juggernaut again. Why not? I do think we're removing as many of these weird bad cards as possible, like Stewards can go. Steel Steward is actually better than the other Stewards still, because if I have to play him, he's fine. And also, he's worth 2 on the Smelt, which is better than Shield Steward is, so fair enough. We're just going to cut some of these cards that really get in my way, right? It's true. I also think that we are just so many dupes. I feel like if I'm not using Life Mother's Pyre Duplicator, I've done something wrong here. We have good cards for this, don't we? Like, am I ever sad to just play another Juggernaut? No, right? It's always good. It's always good to just have another one of these dudes. But I have another dupe, right? I have a dupe right here. Do I need two of them? No, definitely not. No, it's tough, man. I kind of want to... What if I just ignore Life Mother's whole functionality on this run? I mean, the run has... It's doing great on its own, right? I'm just going to make another Juggernaut here. This is super correct. So there's from the... That's from the Hell Vent. Or the Heaven Vent, or whatever they call it. What if I just Purge? Isn't Purging actually stronger here, though? I can get rid of the other Spear Steward, which does improve the likelihood I draw correctly, which is relevant. What would you do? Let's talk about this. What is the superior dupe here? Boilerplate is like fine. That's a 50 armor card. It's like a double stacked Alloy of the Ancient right now. That takes forge points. Okay, fine. What else do we have? I don't need a fourth Juggernaut. I think we're good. Mass production? No. Rage room? No. I think it's fine. I'll be honest with you. I actually think we're just chilling. Right? I think we're just hanging out. I think I just remove a card. What do you all think? Do you all agree? Man, I can't believe I'm not actually using this. I think I'm just not using this. The only hard decision I have to make is actually coming up on which floor I play into on Savagery. I think I just remove a card, actually, and we get rid of this Spear Steward, because if I roll a really good Lost Luggage on Savagery, it's actually just free real estate, and I think improving the chances that I do is well worth it. Okay. Alright, sorry, Life Mother, I guess. You're just not cool enough. I didn't even buy anything at the arm shop. I looked at this, thought about Spell Sanctum, and it's just not it. I mean, I didn't take the trial, right? So I don't get any cool plays here. We just move on. I think we just crush this, though, right? Not afraid. Savagery, let's go. So, here's where the real thought comes from. Where do I play into? Because I think what's happening is we drop Huge Man immediately on middle, and I'm playing Shartil Queen on bottom, and we bank on seeing an Imp on turn 1. And I think that that is just correct, right? Oh man, I forgot that I have the X+2 now, which is crazy. I'm looking at this like, what do you mean 240, 240? No, yeah, he's an X card. All right, Queen goes first. I think this is good because she can off the Assassins. Pretty cozy. Assuming a decent draw, which is pretty high likelihood. And then we otherwise play into top. Or not top, mid. I don't see a reason not to play mid because amalgams are a question mark, right? But I do think we just drop in Huge Man. Amazing. I could bait Seraph by just playing the Endless guy upstairs, which actually I think is good now that I have the Manifold, right? Because he just, even if he dies, I don't really care. Okay. What are we looking at here? My turn 1 does say I see Welder Helper. It's very important that I play Welder Helper, period. I do have Boiler Room downstairs. Huge value, right? Incredible. Play Welder Helper. Yeet the Imp. Just one Imp. I want a Queen's Impling is... Oh, I think I do actually throw the Queen's Impling as well. But no, I'm gonna... I actually kind of want this Avowed Gladiator to proc her melee weakness. Yeah, alright, fine. Queen's Impling, drop, press, yeet. Generate Ember, great. I don't think this is my Foundry line play here. No, I think... The guy upstairs lives incredibly. I mean, I could just daze Seraph. It doesn't really matter. And this guy kills. I think we're holding on to Foundry Line. I'm going to salvage the Vengeful Shard here. I think we need to get the Conductor Steward on middle, which is cool. I like that quite a bit. I guess we shoot the Gladiator. It's fine. This is an excellent proc downstairs. We get rid of our melee weakness on 9 damage, which is pretty much perfect. I do think this is Conductor Steward middle. Getting him in play is solid. We're happy about it, right? I may as well give him the Forge Point. There's no reason to delay that. Here, have some stats. Why not? I am dazing the boss. Fine, right? Fine. Sure, just 200 to him, whatever. Where does he go? Okay, now this is mass production on Welder Helper is pretty excellent here. We can just play both to generate energy. This is honestly great. I'm considering the magnetic replay onto one of them, but it does not matter, right? I'm going to ascend Seraph off this floor, which reduces the damage I take here. Or I could honestly just have Conductor Steward go hard, right? Okay, yeah, so here is my first cut. We're going to go ahead and mass produce Welder Helper for sure. We then get double Welder Helpers downstairs, right? I could relay that Welder Helper and go even harder here. Think for a hot moment. Interesting turn. I'm considering salvaging Inflame here. I'm thinking about, do I relay that Welder Helper? And I don't think I do. I think we can have a stronger turn by going salvage on Inflame. Mid-floor, I was also considering magnetic replay on the Steward. I keep saying magnetic replay because it essentially replays a card, which is what it does in my brain, even though I know the card is named Relay. Anyway, I think we attack here, just immediately, just crush this floor, and then we ascend Seraph. Man, actually doing 800 damage to him seems pretty decent, huh? That is true. I think we should magnetic relay this lad, right? On middle. I think this is correct. We relay him because it powers him up in a big way. Big way. Anyway, throw Imp downstairs. Always correct. Huge energy generation, right? And then I ascend the Amalgam here just to get it out of the way. It's interesting. The first time you preview it on them, it works correctly. But then if you hover it again, it doesn't. Interesting. I give up a little bit here, but I think punching Seraph is correct. So let's ascend the Amalgam, and then we airdrop the guy in, and he's just gonna become heroes. He just becomes a hero, right? Cool. Yeah, he does so much damage. Amazing. Good turn. Okay, cool. Now, we are at the point where I am throwing a lot of imps for not a lot of value, but we kind of have all the cards I actually care about here, so who cares? We will super throw imps on this floor. I'm going to do it while Seraph's here because it's neat. Great, generate Ember, amazing. I then, what? This is kind of wild. I think I actually magnetic replay, tiresome climb, and hit the Foundry Line here because it burns out. This is kind of, the way this is playing is interesting to me, but also very cool, right? We ascend here. I then hit the Foundry Line on this floor, right? Hit the Foundry Line. We hold on to Juggernaut. And then we replay the Juggernaut. And he's chilling. Sure. He does take some damage, but I kinda don't care. Just do not care. Alright, I do think throwing Imp is super correct here. 1 Imp, 2 Imps, how much does it matter? I don't know. It doesn't matter at all. I'm generating so much energy here, like it's fine, right? Rage Room middle, whatever, great. And then, I mean, we just full heal him, right? There's no reason not to. We have so much Ember generation. I'm going to go ahead and ascend one of the big lads on bottom here, which is great. I don't even play the Hornbreak. I just airdrop in the lad, and he heroically ends pretty much everything here. Cool. Seems good to me, right? If I ascend this guy in front, I think we do just have lethal. Oh, just press train whistle. Great. Monster Train Gaming, right? It doesn't matter. None of this matters. Press end turn. Although we do crunch bottom floor too, which is cool. Just press end turn. It doesn't matter. We're out. Great. Whatever. Oh no, he shot my guy. How could he? Aw, dang. Sorry, Seraph. What a silly combat. Okay, fight the Titans. Great, yeah, sure. That's, you know, this was not the direction that I expected this combat, this run to go, but, like, we've got all sorts of wild stuff. I've got the Bloodletter, which I never take. I've got Juggernaut at long last, the absolute hero. And Queen's honestly doing great, right? She just chills. She's just having a grand old time. Which is super cool, right? Oh, by the way, when I duped that Juggernaut, we're up to 15 on Triboulet. Man, that's such a good relic. Plus 15 health, that's a Heartstone to everyone, including your champion. I will just keep playing the Queen bottom here. I think this is cozy. We have a pretty good shot at hitting well. And then I will just play, you know, Big Jug on middle. It's good. And then we can put down the Endless Jug on top. And that is still also fine. It's not going to bait him, obviously, but I'm banking on topping into at least one imp, so I'm not worried about Queen. Plus, we're guaranteed to get the Tiresome Climb. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so pull out the Endless guy, I think. This way, if he dies, I don't feel bad. And we have the other one in case I roll it with mass production here. It's good. Let's see, what do we hit? What do we hit? Boiler Room downstairs is chillin'. 100% chillin'. I kind of want to salvage the Inflame again. Anyway, anything I play downstairs is free right now. So I will put the Queen's Impling downstairs and toss it. Yes, we toss it. Now, man, that imp has 13, 16 stats. I yeet it, for sure. I get the energy back. It doesn't matter. Alright, cool. Okay, I'm going to salvage the Inflame here. I want to play the Rage Room. I think it's important. I also think it's important to get the Conductor Steward in here. He deserves this. Let's give him... Let's salvage the Hornbreak here. I'm going to ascend Savagery, and then Conductor Steward is getting the stats here. We ascend Savagery here, and we're chilling. I don't care if he loops, if he never swings. I also think this is a fantastic just auto-attack turn. Just do a bazillion to my man. He's out. It's good. Sure. Okay, fine. Great. Savagery's almost dead on turn, whatever it is. Very fun. Man, no imp on this floor is interesting. Okay, so immediately you see the payout of a +10 on Hornbreak. We can shoot the dude in the back. Very cool. I don't have a mass production target either. How interesting, huh? Okay, let's think about this. I'm shooting the Curse Boy. I need to draw next turn. I can ping out somebody. We do almost lose Queen here, which is bad, I guess. Full throttle middle is probably correct. Pushes a lot into entropy. The Ascend, the Tiresome Climb, where's this going? Kinda want to put it into a Blightbound Guardian. It prevents Queen from getting pummeled so badly. I don't need to do anything on Savagery's floor. He just gets hit. I could Daze Dominion. I don't think it's correct. Let's ascend one of these back dudes. It saves some number. This mass production does nothing for me here. Shocking. I will hit full throttle. On middle, pushes like 1,000. I'm going to take the 1 so I can Pyre Light here. I think it's important. I could ping with Hammerfall, but I think it is superior to give stats to my lad in front. Okay, fair enough. We take the damage. Queen almost perishes. It is a bad draw. We haven't seen anything super cool yet, but fine. All right, we do see Unimp, which is valuable, right? I could Elevator her in sort of a weird fashion. This is actually a really important turn for her. You know, an interesting thought just hit my mind. I could have her throw and then Escalator her. She will die though, right? I could Magnetic Replay her. How interesting. So here, I'm going to go ahead. We toss Impling first. Do I play both Implings? Yes, we do. We play both Implings out. She throws it. Value. I then relay. Oh, I can't relay a champion. She's just goner. That's fine. I mean, we're sending Savagery anyway, but she never lives this now. That's okay. It's fine. It's a bummer. Endless upstairs is actually great. If he dies, I kind of don't care, right? Okay, so unfortunate. I play Pyre Light. It's important. I'm going to relay here. I think it's always correct. Goodbye, Queen, unfortunately. We are relaying. It is good to do it. I think I'm going to Foundry line on the Vengeful Shard here, or rather get rid of it. We keep the Jug. Then we play Huge Man here, which clears the floor largely and refreshes him. All right, this is not ideal. We're getting a bad draw order here, which is kind of interesting. Queen's out. Unfortunate. Now we finally draw the Welder Helper. Amazing. Go team. Okay, so I can... I think we do have Conductor Steward just swing here. Like, just murder. It's fine. We almost out Entropy here. All right. I think the play is... relay upstairs. It's dying. It's true. It's dying automatically. I could do Steel Steward downstairs. I don't think that's ever actually helpful. Let's relay up top. It's fine. Sure. I'm then going to play Pyre Light. I think it's important. I then am going to salvage Steel Steward. Don't need him. Don't care about him. I then am going to loop Savagery. I'm going to play the Welder Helper tank in front here. And then we get Juggernaut in back. I'm going to put the Forge points on him. Okay, this looks serviceable. The relay lets me just like play these guys infinitely, so I kind of don't care that much. We do see other huge lad here, which is extremely cool. We're clearing Entropy and Savagery here, so really does not matter. Gotta play the Pyre Light. Super important. Super critical. I do think playing other Juggernaut is pretty important here. Yes, this mid floor I don't really care about. I could Daze Dominion, but I kinda don't feel like it. Savagery is just whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, I think there's a lot of value. Oh my gosh, my deck is mostly Curses of Entropy, actually. It's terrible. There's value in playing the Queen Zimpling here. Just get it out of there. It's true. I don't have a lot in the way of energy here, unfortunately. I can't sacrifice my own imps anymore. We lost Queen. I do think Tiresome Climb is too important. We risk losing our floor, so if I just send Savagery, it doesn't matter. I'm going to go ahead and then play Juggernaut. I think it's too important to click the relay every turn. So I'm going to keep doing it. I'm generating, it's a +60/+60 play. So even if it gives up on some rage, it's fine. I could just do Jug. Oh no, I have to relay first. It costs 1, remember? I have that suffering. Yeah, I lose some rage, but I kind of don't care that much because we generate 60 health and 60 damage, which offsets it. Plus, then you get the rally trigger again, which is awesome. Cool. This looks reasonable. Let's buff our man that's in middle. Why not? Great. I may as well play the Curse of Entropy. It does not matter. We're clearing the floors anyway. Great news. Okay, so we have basically 3 Juggernauts as our whole run right now, which is silly, but I guess fine. I guess it's fine, right? Who cares, right? It doesn't matter. Click Pyre Light, it's mission critical. I will face tank for something downstairs because reasons. Sure. I guess we keep dazing this guy. It doesn't matter, really. I will play the Curse of Entropy, then I will relay everything. Whatever I'm relaying, it may as well be the guy that's upstairs that's kind of weak, right? Downstairs, he could clear some big dudes. I think we just keep getting the bottom floor guy here. It's fine. Doesn't this actually trigger Boiler Room? It does not. That's okay. Anyway, there he goes. Get him. Alright, fine. Upstairs does have another multi-strike, but there's nothing he's attacking, so I kind of don't care that much. It's fine. Amazing, great. It doesn't matter. Click Conductor Steward on mid-floor. Sure. Okay, we're doing fun things on this turn, at least. I can bring a lad in. I do think sending Savagery around is correct. I think it's important to Pyre Light, mission critical, in fact. I think we're going to grab the guy upstairs so he doesn't die. Very cool, right? We love that for us. I'm going to go ahead and play the boiler plate in front on middle. Fine, I will play the other welder helper here on bottom, just to tank. I then hit him with the renovate middle. Play the Curse of Entropy because reasons, it doesn't matter that much. Then I get to airdrop in the mid guy here for a cool 170. We then press attack, clearing this floor. Great news. Okay, cool. I mean, now we've consolidated. We're winning anyway, but the floor is like super strong. So whatever. Now it's like bottom floor is the scariest part of this right now. We salvage Curse of Entropy. Don't feel like playing it. We click Pyre Light. We have the W here. Press Curse of Entropy twice, and we're out. Press Enter. Great. Cool. I mean, it was kind of like the Dominion waiting room a little bit because we were so strong, but it's honestly fine. We took 25 damage. We had plenty. We hadn't taken pretty much anything walking up to that. I gotta give a huge shout out to my man Triboulet here, which just did so much work. Queen perished on Titans because I didn't hit the dualism imp fast enough, which is a bummer. There's imp in a box. Good. Resonant shard. Good. We didn't hit level 9. No transcend imp. Alright, Railforged. Knuckler Steward. This guy is a hero. I can't wait to have a run with him. That's going to be fun. Alright, cool. Fair enough. We did some stuff. Juggernaut does huge work. I'm a huge fan of him. No real risk. We at least level up Hellhorned. It's good. We like to see it. It's not... We didn't hit level 9 by just a few points. This is... Is it the difference of me taking like 3 damage on the Titans? Maybe. I don't know. We'll hit the run summary. It doesn't matter that much. No rerolls. We love to see it. We get the medal. Incredible. I mean, Juggernaut's huge here. This guy's a monster. He could take like 4 different upgrades really well. Once you have the first multi-strike, I think 1 extra hit is really nice. After that, it's like quick, smidge, Titan Stone. I don't even care. Guy's like 500 health. Sure, make him a tank. Why not? Smidge. Just so many good options here. The only bad one is dualism, pretty much. Or... yeah, he even takes Endless well, right? We gave him one. I didn't end up needing this because he never died because he was too powerful, but whatever. The Molten Manifold lets you do very silly things once you have it. Wolo's Bloodletter did great, actually. Just like free stats. And I was never afraid of the one damage taken here. Nothing was fragile in my entire run that didn't already want to die. I mean, but Triboulet doing most of the work. Plus 15 health completely offsets any risk from Bloodletter. Even my imps are, what is it, 13 16s with no upgrades. Super chillin'. Not having one Ember reduction on Magnetic Relay did cost me some scaling on pretty much every turn, which is a bummer. I could have sold the Armory instead, which would have been probably better. So, fair enough. Although the Boiler Room was sick, right? The Boiler Room paid off. I think the Boiler Room was better than the -1, so maybe I don't feel bad. I do think there are some upgrades here that were superfluous, right? Inflame didn't need this. I ended up just salvaging this every time I saw it. There is a world where this could have mattered, but I mean, this was also done before I hit Molten Manifold, right? Manifold, I mean, at that point, I'm getting 60/60s for free. So this is the big swing that made a lot of these earlier choices not matter. Like Inflame getting the double stack doesn't matter if I'm getting +60, +60. You just salvage it, and then that's better, right? It's just better to turn it into Ember. Whereas the armor could have maybe mattered otherwise. I think this also happened at the same time. I think it was before I saw the holdover on the relay, right? This was sort of the crutch that was needed. If I had missed the holdover on the relay, I think, and we had maybe like a permafrost instead, I think this could have mattered more. I also think Steel Steward could have mattered on this run, but then we saw Juggernaut and it stopped mattering, so whatever. We had our offensive solution, so fair enough. I was initially sort of imagining a run where this imp, the fledgling imp, was my scaling to some extent. We had something behind Steel Steward. You can kind of visualize it. Maybe we take that horned warrior that we skipped earlier, stuff like that. But Juggernaut sort of usurped most of that, and I was like, well, obviously we play Juggernaut here, right? Obviously. So all good. Anyway, we love to see it. So incredible Juggernaut run, fantastic. Juggernaut Manifold, amazing. Bloodletter showing up, Triboulet showing up, huge. An excellent choice on the lost luggage out of the gate, just fantastic. And a 2-hour episode, incredible. Apparently I can't record anything short anymore, so whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna let you go there. I've talked way too much, so I'm gonna call it. So hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. It's cool and I encourage you to do so. And stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.